In Hong Kong, despite the city, it is noted that development is the primary goal. Still, a small village in Hong Kong Island with over 2 centuries of history is well preserved, and it is Po Fu Lim Village. Located on a hillside in the south of Hong Kong Island, Po Fu Lim Village is categorized by narrow lanes and alleys twisting through the village. And between hundreds of humble huts and small houses, alleys lead to different kinds of small shops, green fields, as well as historic buildings that once part of Hong Kong's largest dairy farm. A part of village is a squatter area and is constantly under threats of development. According to Xi'an Country Journal, it is identified that as one of the oldest villages in Hong Kong, that human activities were already commenced over there since 1819, way before Hong Kong got urbanized. Some scholars even recognize it as the only village in Hong Kong Island that still contains traditional Hong Kong features. The presence of Po Fu Lim Village is significantly crucial in the history of Hong Kong. It is not only because of the first village open to the world, but also its self-sufficient community with around 2,800 residents reveals a small reflection of Hong Kong nowadays. Let's discover this last village by first introducing its historical background. Back in 1886, the Dairy Farm Group set up the first ranch in Po Fu Lim to provide Hong Kong with fresh milk and dairy products. With its rapidly expanded development, it had offered employment to many of Po Fu Lim's residents. The remains of the original dairy farm residential hall building, together with Bethany Church, provide a rich historical setting for Po Fu Lim Village. To further understand the history of Po Fu Lim Village, we had an interview with Miss Yip, the owner of restaurant, who has witnessed the change of the village as her restaurant is located since the presence of Dairy Farm Group and had collaborated with the company to provide food and a relaxation spot for the employees.
係大概50年代，個社就要做呢樣嘢就話，其實就唔關牛奶公司事嘅，而係只係想幫喺牛奶公司做嗰啲牧場嘅工人。咁以前呢度咧，個營運咧就係話賣啲白恤衫、藍扯褲、嗰啲白飯魚啦，你見，同埋啲筆啦，即係筆啊、鉛筆啊嗰啲，同埋啲簿就俾啲學生小朋友。就俾佢哋嘅，咁呢度咧就主要就係做一個雜貨鋪，就係話一袋袋帶麻包米啦，鹽啊、油啊、酒啊。以前咧咁點呢度地方會開咗俾佢哋咧，就係佢哋譬如放6、7點，又唔想翻屋企嘈住啲屋企人，咁就嚟呢度歇息，即係叫借笪地方。咁我哋開呢笪地方就係俾佢哋大家個聚腳咯。咁樣嘅，即係大家傾偈啊，一個凝聚咁樣。呢度慢慢整咗咧，就諗下，不如幫下啲人，方便佢整咖啡奶茶啦，可以。
而家咁牛奶公司就冇咗啦，變咗個變職
訓練局啦，係啦，嗰笪地方已經係。
咁而家咧，而家多數係咩人嚟呢度幫襯，同埋依家佢而家主要做啲咩服務咁樣？
嗱，而家咧就都係做翻咖啡茶。咁啊，多數啲咩？多數就係本村有啲啦，咁置富花園同埋博飯坊有少少啦。客就真係唔多啦，好老實。咁啊，都係熟客，因為點解咧？我都喺度工作咗咁多年咧，咁變咗啲客咧就個都超過20年㗎啦，即係嚟呢度飲茶。咁已經唔係客啦，唔係客同賓主嘅關係，即係變咗就係話朋友啦，即係做咗朋友嘅關係啦。
講村嚟講啦，咁以前有牛奶公司咁，自然條村都好多人住。
係好多人，一定。
咁以前嗰個住屋嗰個啲人數係點樣？而家同而家嘅分別咧？
嗱，因為你條村你睇到啦，咁啊全部都係嗰啲一係就自己個屋啊，又一間屋就係啲人自己居住嘅。咁隔離有一笪小地方咧，就係自己養豬、自己種植，即係自給自足㗎。
種埋菜啊！
係啦，自己會做呢樣嘢嘅。咁慢慢咁啊有條咁嘅街市咧，就有豬肉檔開啦，有菜檔開啦，變咗自己就冇做呢樣嘢。咁以前呢度真係好墟冚㗎。頭先我講嘅雜貨鋪咧，全部係有開㗎， 存在嘅。咁同埋仲有一樣嘢就話魚啊，賣魚嘅檔口啊，都有成4、5檔。咁啊，豬肉檔都有1、2、3，都有成3檔豬肉檔喎。條村仔咁細咧，條村老化，即係有好多老人家又唔喺度，有啲人走咗，有啲後生搬咗出嚟，變咗而家條村就少人咯。你睇到啲所有啲鋪頭都冇晒啦，都冇生意做啦，咁樣可以咁講喺薄扶林村就由出世到而家，到而家今時今日啦。咁其實我有一種歸屬感咯。咁雖然而家呢幾年我搬咗出呢邊住，但我每朝早翻嚟呢個薄扶林，一踏入呢個薄扶林村咧，個感覺咧，即係好似人哋而家我明白啦，點解啲老人家咁渴望翻鄉下？其實同我而家個感覺一模一樣。其實係啦，係我自己啦。即係你翻到嚟個感覺係好親切嘅。第一，我喺度出生，喺度長大，個過程就話呢條村每一個即係年紀大嘅好，年紀細到我睇住細嘅我睇住佢成長，大嘅我睇住佢睇住我成長，變咗好有感情咯。即係個感覺係完全係唔同啦，變咗係兩樣嘢咯。咁變咗我翻嚟就覺得好舒服嘅。哇！呢度早晨，嗰度早晨，即係變咗真係完全唔同啦。咁咪呢樣嘢就係真係。
To meet the urban development, Dairy Farm Company was closed. The cloudiness of the village no longer present. Some younger generations have left the village. What have remained are the old stores and elderlies, trying to survive in the time wheels. Although the glory of the village has passed it, those deteriorated utilities still remarking the past. This is the abandoned dairy farm residential hall building. As shown in here, it is locked with security monitor. People seem has forgotten about here used to have a beautiful pasture land with hundreds of workers who had served for Hong Kong for many decades. After several walks, there is a French-built church Bethany in Pavilion Village. It was built in 1875 since Hong Kong was a colonial state. Apart from the abandoned residential hall building and church Bethany, some of the architecture design in the village are unique. However, they are also neglected by us. One of the signature of the Pavilion Village is the squatter area along the hillside. This was shaped during the massive influx of illegal immigrants from mainland China due to the civil war in the late 1940s and the early 1950s. People built the squatter during units with non-durable materials like wood, iron zinc plates, and asbestos roofings. Most of them are simple single-story huts. Between units and units, there is very limited space with many unconstructed roads and steps. Although the living standard is bad in here, there is something many private residential buildings absent: the love and care between neighborhood. In this hustle and bustle environment in Hong Kong, people are less care about their surroundings and become more and more self-centered. Yet there is still a village which love is still the main spirit and legacy. Maybe sometimes we should take a break and feel the world. Just like Pavilion Village, live the moment and enjoy.